Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only AI Legends, and yeah, guys, today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto Was an Abandoned Demon Lord? Well, I hope that you guys are enjoying this series as many people want me to upload the next part as quick as possible. So I finally decided to make this part, and hopefully I will not be disturbed by anyone, and I will be able to upload this part without any disturbance whatsoever. So without any further ado, but before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to this channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It will really help me a lot as I want to reach 10k as quick as possible, and let's see how much we can progress in the end of this month. So hopefully I will be able to reach 8k at the minimum. So yeah guys, if you guys are new to this channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. So without any further ado, let us start our video. Last time we left off and yeah guys, someone told me in the comment section, yeah guys, I actually forgot that I as Naruto fought Kakashi guy and Kurenai when he was younger, but still who cares as Kakashi already knew, but he tried his luck either way because he was training all of this time, still got pretty badly injured by the hands of Naruto. Though that is that, as we saw that the bell test happened in which Sasuke was wondering what was in the book that was known as the Ichichi Paradise because both Naruto and as well as Kakashi were reading it, as Sasuke thought that it must be the secrets of all the shinobis. As he gritted his teeth, the loser, the dope does not deserve it. Only an Uchiha elite like Sasuke deserve the miraculous book of Ichichi Paradise. As he tried to grab the book from Naruto, who simply cinched it away. In the end, Sasuke even tried to use it on Kakashi, but Kakashi also went off by using substitution with Sakura as Sasuke hugged Sakura. And then, Sakura started to follow Sasuke and Sasuke also started to run away. Damn fangirl, as he finally ran off. And after that, Menma tried to, you can say, demand the astronaut mission from his father and those type of things. If you guys have not seen the last part, please guys do so. It will really be fun. So, without any further ado, let us start our video. As Naruto, you can say Naruto, along with his team, were doing several missions, though Naruto was simply sending shadow clones and just passing his time, did not care about whatsoever. While on the other hand, Minato has just given the mission to Menma. As he sighed, well, things are going pretty well. Maybe I should try to reach Naruto. As he simply nodded at that, as he flying Raijin away. As Naruto was doing a D-Night mission, finally catching the cat once again, as he said, well, Sensei, it seems that we got the demon once again. As Sasuke said, how dare you to catch the cat before me? It is only an Uchiha elite deserves that fate. As he tried to grab the cat from Naruto's hand, but the cat simply scratched his face all over as Sasuke let out a scream. As Sakura tried to stab the cat with the kunais ready to kill the cat, but Minato arrived as he was surprised that Sakura kunai was almost, you can say, near the cat. As he grabbed the kunai, Sakura, what are you doing? Sakura said, Lord Hokage, that demon cat tried to scratch my Sasuke-kun. As you can say, Minato sweat dropped and said, alright. As he looked towards Kakashi, who said, yo, Sensei, what are you doing here? I thought you were in the Hokage office. And yeah, we got the cat. As Naruto showed the cat to Minato, who smiled, well, that is good and all, Kakashi. Though, for today, you guys are free. Naruto, would you be kind enough to come with me? As Naruto simply shrugged it off as he said, alright, if you say so. As Minato nodded at that, as then Kakashi said, alright sensei, if you say so, as he looked towards Sasuke and Sakura as he said, Sasuke, Sakura, come with me. I would like to train you guys a little. As Sasuke said, finally, some training. It is only I and Uchiha Elite deserve it. As after thinking that, he went with Kakashi and Sakura being Sakura, Sasuke-kun, as she started to follow Sasuke. As Minato sweat dropped and said, Konoichi these days. It is only good that Mito is not like that, as he thought in his mind, as he looked towards Naruto and smiled, well Naruto, I was wondering, would you like to spend some time with your dear father? As Naruto simply shrugged it off and said, well, if you say so. After all, you have years of making up. As Minato simply nodded, well Naruto, come with me. As after putting a hand to Naruto's shoulder, both of them simply flying Raijin to a training ground as Naruto looked around and said, so what do you want to do? As Minato said, well, I was wondering if I can teach you some jutsus and all. I have already taught Manmal Mito about the Rasengan and even the flying Raijin, though they're not that perfect in it. Though, because it requires a lot of, you can say, training and all. But I would like to teach you some things as well, especially my Rasengan. As Naruto said, I heard about that jutsu, though I have many more powerful spells in my arsenal already, as he thought that in his mind, as he said, well, nothing harm can come from learning a single jutsu, as he looked towards his father. So, show me the damn jutsu already. As Minato smiled and said, well, Naruto, it's going to be a difficult jutsu, but you have to do a lot of hard work to master it. Allow me to show it to you. As then, Minato started to make the Rasengan with a single hand as he said, well, Naruto, this is my own creation, known as the Rasengan, derived from the Biju Dharma of the Bijus. As Naruto said, pretty intriguing to be honest. It requires pretty precise control of chakra to make such a ball. But is that all? As Minato said, right now, that is, but I'm trying to improve this jutsu. Though you can master it by mastering 3 steps, but before Minato could say anything, as Naruto put a single hand towards him, and then suddenly chakra started to float all around the area, and then to Minato's surprise, a blackish and reddish Rasengan was formed within seconds as Minato's eyes widened because of 2 reasons. First, his son has just made the Rasengan in seconds. On top of it, it was not the normal blue Rasengan, but rather it was, you can say, reddish and blackish. Not only that, this chakra feels so different, so potent, as well as quite different from the original power known as chakra. Though he simply shrugged it off as he said, Naruto, how did you do that? As Naruto said, a spinning ball of chakra, it is not that hard. As Minato dumbfounded because all his work and A-rank jutsu which took him 3 years to create, and this kid was saying that a spinning ball of chakra, nothing is special about it. As he said, what are you talking about, Naruto? That is an A-rank jutsu, and you have any idea how hard it is to master it? As Naruto simply shrugged, apparently I mastered it in seconds, with a smirk on his face as Minato dead-banded on that and said, well, I should have listened to Lord Third more. It took Manmal Mito over months to master it. Though this kid just mastered it within seconds, as Naruto looked towards the ball and said, well, father, it seems that this jutsu of yours is pretty incomplete. Would you like to add some chakra natures into it? As Minato raised an eyebrow as he said, as he was wondering how this kid already figured out the complete version of the Rasengan, he was thinking of adding the chakra natures. As Naruto, simply before Minato could say anything, the ball started to get even bigger, and then fire started to rotate all around it as Minato's eyes widened as a fire Rasengan was formed in mere seconds in the hand of Naruto. As Minato was dumbfounded and utterly shocked, this kid was a prodigy among prodigies. There's no one, not even Minato, who was a generational genius, was this talented, as he did not have even the words to explain his shock at the moment. As Naruto said, well, quite a jutsu actually. In terms of jutsus, it is pretty powerful. Though, let's see his full strength as he swing the Rasengan, fire Rasengan into the area and throw it like a ball. As Minato's eyes widened, he never knew that they can throw the Rasengan in the first place. But it could be by adding the chakra nature, and then the fire Rasengan started to smash around all the, you can say, forest, trees and boulders, and it blew after a small, you can say, a long distance of traveling and destroying several trees. There was a boom, and there was a large crater formed there on a scale of the same scale of, you can say, Rasen Shuriken, wind style Rasen Shuriken, are even bigger than that because Naruto is more powerful than the original canon. As Minato eyes widened, as this was the full capacity of the original jutsu which he was trying to make. As I said, the fire is pretty powerful, though my favorite. Let's see what other can do. As then suddenly Naruto put both of his hands up and then 2 Rasengan started to form. Before Minato could even came out of his shock, the wind style Rasen Shuriken and then the earth style Rasengan as Naruto smashed them into the same area. As Minato said, stop it, Naruto, but before he could say anything, he has already thrown both of the juices. As Minato said, damn it, as if flying Raijin a bit of distance away, as there was a boom. And Naruto said, cool, as he make the other 2 jutsus as well and smash them to the ground. As once again a dense as well as a large crater of the size of a Biju Dharma was formed in the large forest, almost obliterated into nothingness. As Minato had his jaw on the ground wondering who this kid actually is, as a thought passes through his mind, though because of the shock he was not able to catch it, you can say, in his mind, and that was none other than the Demon Lord. As Naruto said, well, that was a great jutsu, I guess. Though a E-rank spell can easily make more destruction, as he thought in his mind, as he simply shrugged it off as he said, so that did I do good, with a smile on his face. As to be honest, in all reality, Naruto's personality is more like you can say Anos, World God, as well as the you can say the Demon Lord, as though he did not care about such things like they abandon him or things like that, because to be in all reality he does not even care about it, not even a little bit, so he's just going with the flow and not caring about it. So that's the main reason he's calling them mom and dad, just to you can say feel the experience, and that is that. So Minato could not even say a word. What could he say? The kid he thought that did not have any talent, the one who was not the child of prophecy, only to be a sport. The kid he thought that he would teach him some minor taijutsu and healing so that he can help his siblings, was far stronger than both Menma and Mito combined, even using the power of the nine tails and master jutsus like it was a second nature to it. As he said, Naruto, how did you do that? As Naruto said, what did I do? As Minato said, how did you add the chakra nature to the Rasengan? As Naruto said, I don't know. It just came natural. As Minato was dumbfounded, as he did not even know what to do. At this point, the kid seemingly has surpassed him in a single jutsu. As Naruto said, so that, is there anything you want to teach more? I'm willing to learn anything. As Minato said, well, if I try to teach him the flying Raijin, he will learn it in mere seconds as well. Though he's not willing to teach him just yet because he would like to keep some things to himself so that he can teach him later in the day, as not wanted to teach everything in a single day and be get with it. As he said, well Naruto, I think that is enough for today. As Naruto simply shrugged and said, well, I was going to the Ichiraku Ramen. Would you like to come? As Minato said, I would have come Naruto, but right now I have some paperwork to do, yeah. As Naruto simply shrugged, if you say so, as he simply vanished from the area into burst into lightning. As Minato said, how did he do that? As then he looked back towards the mere destruction, as several Ambu landed beside Minato. Lord Hokage, are you okay? As Minato nodded, as one of the Ambu said, so what happened, Lord Hokage? As Minato said, don't worry about it. I was just training and all. As all of the Ambu simply nodded. After all, it was their strongest Hokage, so it is only natural that he will cause mere destruction like this, the size of a Biju Dama explosion with his jutsus. As after seeing that, they simply vanished. As Minato thought, damn it, I have to train even harder if I want to keep up with him in the near future. Right now, I do not even know about the damn prophecy. As then he gulped, alright, I have to master the Rasengan. It seems that my son has it and I don't. The creator of the jutsu, damn it, I have to work hard. As after thinking that, he made several clones and started to work on the Rasengan once again, wanted to master it. As now, let us go to the side of Menma and Mito. They were, you can say, bleeding all over the area. Several sandbars were stuck to their body. Even Kushina was kicked away like nothing. As this guy was ruthless and merciless. As this guy has an executioner blade and an ambu mask on his face, as well as he had an affinity towards the eyes and he was using it, spiking the ground all over Kushina, and Kushina was not able to do much against it. Even Menma and Mito, who tried to use the Ninetales power, but in the end, the person simply slammed his face into both Menma and Mito's gut and using, you can say, a seal on the top of their seal, slamming it. Just like, you can say, what was the seal name again? 5 tetragram seal. Yeah, that was the name. As it was the same seal which is slammed on both of their gut, knocking both of them out, and even going up against Kushina toe to toe, and even was able to beat her because Kushina was concerned about Menma and Mito, and they were barely able to escape with, you can say, Tazuna, as the masked man simply vanished for momentarily. As now, let us go to Naruto's side, as Minato has just received a message as he said, alright Team 7, I have a mission for you guys. And it seems that it is going to be a mission of utmost importance. As Kakashi raised an eyebrow, so sensei, what could it be? As Minato sighed, well, to be honest, I do not know, Kakashi. It seems that Kushina has encountered some type of shinobi in their way who wants to kill Tazuna. It seemed that Tazuna gave us strong information about the mission category. It was a simple C rank mission which has bumped up to A rank or even a low A rank or B rank mission, or it could be a high A rank. We right now do not know. As Kakashi said, so what's the trouble? And who's the shinobi? As Minato shook his head, well, in all reality, even Kushina do not know. He uses some type of ice cake Genkai as well as he has the executioner blade with him. At this, Naruto raised an eyebrow. Executioner blade, huh? That brings back memories, as he thought in his mind. As Kakashi said, alright sensei, I will be there to escort Kushina-san so that they can complete their mission as Sasuke smirked, finally, a mission worthy of an Uchiha elite like me. As Minato sighed and said, alright Kakashi, are you sure that your team is ready for this? As Kakashi nodded, as Minato looked towards Naruto, now knowing the prodigy his son actually was. So he finally agreed with the mission and said, alright Kakashi, take care. As Kakashi nodded and they finally went off as Sasuke was smirking. All of this time he has finally packed up his bag and he was ready. As Itachi said, hey little brother, where are you going? As Sasuke looked towards him and said, Itachi, I'm going on an A-rank mission. As Itachi raised an eyebrow, A-rank mission? What are you talking about, Sasuke? You're still a Ganin. As Sasuke smirked, well, it seemed that the loser Menma has encountered some missing nin on their way, and Hokage has finally decided to send Kakashi along with us. As Itachi thought it for some time, it must be Kakashi-san and Kushina-san handling the missing nin. As for Sasuke and other Ganins, they must be protecting the client, as he thought it in his mind. After all, he was a prodigy, not a fool, or not the one to be get panicked at things like this. As he smiled, well, little brother, take care. As he ruffled the hair of Sasuke, who was brooding at this. I'm an Uchiha. No one scuffle the hair of an Uchiha, as he thought in his mind. As then he finally went off, as Itachi smiled at that and said, well, I should get back to the training. After all, after, after all, the training I got from that little kid, as he thought, now remembering as well his old sensei, named by the Demon Lord, or also known as Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Senju, as he remembered all the beatings he got from the kid along with Shisui. As Shisui arrived, hey Itachi, are you ready for the training? As Itachi said, well, it seems that our sensei is going on a training on a mission. As Shisui said, well, that is good for a day. As he remembered all the broken bones he had last time when he sparred with Naruto along with Itachi. As both of them said, maybe we should train normally for some time to time. As Shisui nodded, yeah, I'm already broke with from all the money I gathered from all the missions I did all of these years. As Itachi laughed it out and said, well, that is good. As Shisui was wondering, damn rich brat. As, is that alright, Itachi? Why don't we have a bet, a sparring match? Who wins will get one, you can say, let's see, 50,000 Ryu. As Itachi smirked, you're on, you're already broke. It seems that you're going into the depths. As Shisui said, bring it on. As both of them activated their Mangekyo Sharingan and they were ready to fight off against each other. Now, let us go to Naruto's side. As they finally arrived back, as Kakashi said, alright team, we should get ready and we have to reach to the wave country as quick as possible, so we'll be moving as fast as we could. As everyone agreed, as Kakashi started to run from tree to tree, as well as Naruto easily keeping up with him. As Kakashi said, so sensei, how are you doing? As Naruto simply shrugged, nothing much Kakashi. As Kakashi said, well, last time we trained with each other, you almost broke my bones. As Naruto simply shrugged it off, ask Itachi and Shisui what I do to them. As Kakashi said, what? You're training both of them? As well, as Naruto shrugged, I only trained you for a few months, Kakashi. As for them, I'm training them, and they're paying me. You can say 10,000 Ryu for each day of training. As Kakashi's eyes widened, what? That is a payment of a B-rank mission, Naruto. As Naruto simply shrugged, and the Shisui is already broke with it. As Kakashi dumbfounded by that revolution, while on the other hand Sasuke was keeping up. What are they talking about? And then he noticed the orange book that was in the shinobi pack of Kakashi as he tried to grab it, but Kakashi was starting to move even faster and faster as he said, damn him, as he looked back to see Sakura, who was huffing and puffing already. As Kakashi sighed as he looked back towards Sakura, who was now getting tired, as he sighed and said, well Naruto, it seems that we have a dead package back there. As Naruto looked back to see Sasuke sweating already, while on the other hand Sakura was now almost on the verge of unconsciousness as he sighed and said, alright Kakashi, we should take a break. And now, after half an hour of break, they were finally able to reach to the, you can say, river. After that, the boat and all, and they have finally reached to their home. As Kakashi knocked on the door of Tazuna, and what was the name of that woman again? Who cares? The Sumi, I think. She opened the door and said, how can I help you? And then she realized the headband and said, are you guys from the Konoha? As Kakashi, I smiled. Of course, we are from Konoha, and we are here to help the shinobi that are here. And Menma said, who's there? As he came back to see Naruto, as he gritted his teeth and then looked towards Kakashi. Hey, Kakashi, what are you doing here? As Kakashi, I smiled. That is Kakashi sensei to you, Menma. As for me, I'm a backup. As Menma said, what? Backup? What are you talking about? I'm the child of prophecy. I do not need any backup. As Kakashi, I smiled. Well, Menma, according to the report, you got knocked out pretty easily in your battle, and that's the main reason we are here. As Menma said, I was not knocked out as I arrived there. In all honesty, you were almost shitting your band. On top of that, when you try to tap into the power of the Nine Tails, he simply punch you on the stomach and you got knocked out. As Manma said, he did not punch me. He's Titan, my seal. That's the main reason I got knocked out. As then, Naruto said, smirk, so you did get knocked out. As Manma said, I didn't. As everyone, you can say, simply ignored Manma, who was fuming in pure anger as Mito also arrived. What happened, brother? As she looked towards the Team 7, as she grated her teeth and said, What are you guys doing here? As Kakashi has smiled, mind telling me where Kushina-san actually is? As Mito said, and why should I do that? As Kakashi deadpanned and said, alright, little brat, I have more than enough of this. I'm going to meet Kushina-san so we can discuss who this shinobi actually is, and we have to take care of him if he is so strong. As Mito grated her teeth and pointed towards the upward door as Kakashi smiled, and then they started to walk towards the door, and they finally arrived to see Kushina on the bed and several injuries on her body but already bandaged. As Kushina sighed, and then she looked towards Kakashi as he said, Kakashi, so you're finally here, huh? As Kakashi smiled, well, Kushina-san, it seemed that someone has really did a number on you. As Kushina sighed, well, his Kekkei Genkai was really powerful and he really knew how to use it. As Kakashi take a seat and said, so mind telling me what type of Kekkei Genkai this is and about the whole scenario. As Kushina nodded at that and said, well, it all begins when we encountered the demon brothers, but I was able to take both of them down thanks to my sensory abilities, as well as Mito was able to use her wood style to capture them, along with my chains. So, in the end, we were able to escape from that, and then finally, the mist started to roll in, and a masked shinobi arrived there. He had the ability to use the you can say, higher turn known as the ice style, as well as he has the executioner blade. He filled the area with bloodlust, and then he was able to go toe to toe with me while using sword as well as block my chains. And when Menma Nito tried to use the 90's power, he easily slammed a seal, 5 tetragram seal on both of their stomach, though I was able to remove it. But they got knocked out and Sai was no help. Though in the end we were still able to escape thanks to the, you can say, hard work of Sai, who was able to make a ink bird, and we were able to fly within the air, escaping the area. But I think that the higher turn user will arrive to the bridge ready to kill Tazuna. As then, Naruto was smirking all of this time, already having a fake idea who this guy actually was. Though he was smirking last time, it was no fun. But this time, hopefully, he will be strong enough. As now, he looked towards his mom and said, hey mom, it seems that he got a number on you. As Kushina smiled, well Naruto-san, don't worry about it. I have a healing factor. I should be able to heal pretty well. As Naruto simply shrugged, you should take care. Maybe we should go back and then have a bit of training and all and try to protect that Tazuna guy. I bet that he will come back for him. As Kushina nodded, as Menma said, I do not need any training. I'm the child of prophecy. As Mito smirked, yeah, the next time we will meet him, I will destroy him. As then everyone was looking towards them as if they have finally gone crazy. As Kakashi said, well, he did not allow both of you to use the Ninja's power. It must be because he already knew that both of you were Jinchurikis. And even if you were able to tap into that power, he was able to go toe to toe with Kushina-san. So I think that he will be able to beat both of you at the same time. As Menma said, what are you talking about? We have the power of the 9 tails and we are the childs of prophecy. There's no way that some missing nin can beat us, and there's no shinobi who can beat us. As Kakashi shrugged and said, well, last time I checked, you got defeated by the hands of a newly appointed Ganin named by your brother. As Naruto smirked at that, and both of them were fuming And on top of it, no matter how strong both of you are, even using the Night's power, your mother is stronger than both of you, and she can easily take you down. So right now, you guys need a bit of training. As Asuka scoff, as if an Uchiha elite needs any training. I am already strong enough to take on any shinobi in this world. As everyone was looking towards them as if he has gone crazy, as Mito was smirking and said, Sasuke is right, we are already strong enough, so we do not need any training. After saying that, she finally went off as Sasuke went off to brood. While on the other hand, Sakura started to follow him. While on the other hand, Sai was being Sai, as he also went out to, do his own thing. And I don't know about Sai and all. As Kakashi deadpanned and said, well, Kushina-san, that was interesting. As Kushina sighed, that is devastating, Kakashi. I do not know where I did wrong while raising them. They have really become arrogant. As Naruto said, dependence on a one tool is always devastating for the life of a shinobi. As Kakashi nodded at that. As Kushina said, what do you mean by that? As Naruto simply shrugged, they always use the power of the nine tails. And trust me, if they were to ever lose that power, there will be nothing left of them, and they will be nothing more than weaklings. They should try to harness their power. In Mito's case, she has the Moketan, most feared ability, known to be obtained by the first Hokage, so she should be far stronger than Menma could ever hope to be. While on the other hand, Menma could use the flying Raijin just like his father, but they decided not to use it and rely on the power of the nine tails so much that they even started to forget. I bet that at this moment, Menma will have a lot of difficulty to even pull out 2 or 3 teleportations with the flying Raijin. Same with Mito, as Kushina had her eyes widened, and this was the possibilities they never thought about. Mito, having the Moketan, she should already be practicing that, not relying on the Ninetales power at pulling more and more tails from the chakra. While on the other hand, Menma, it was right, Menma should use the flying Raijin, but he did not use it after learning it, thinking that he has all the power in the world. That is the power of the Nine Tails. As Kushina said, but it only means that Nine Tails is trying to corrupt my children's. As Naruto scoffed, when did you become so blind, mother? But perhaps it was in your nature. As Kushina was now getting saddened, already you can say, figuring out what Naruto was saying, as Naruto simply shrugged, think whatever you want to. Though, I could easily say that you're the one who made that in their mind that they have all the power in the world, the power of the nine tails, and they should rely only on that. Then, what do you expect? The power will one day corrupt them, no matter you can say if Nine Tails influenced them or not. After saying that, he also went off. As Kakashi sighed, as Kushina was almost at the verge of tears, as she finally hardened her gaze and said, alright Kakashi, I finally decided to train Menma and Mito personally, and this time they will learn the manners as well as not rely on the Ninth chakra anymore. As after saying that, she tried to get her, but she was not able to do so. As Kakashi sighed, well Kushina-san, you should rest a little. As Kushina nodded at that, as now let us go to Naruto's side, or rather have a time skip once again. As this time, the masked shinobi was standing along with, you can say, another shinobi who had a sword in his hand. Both of the other shinobi was smirking, and then suddenly they started to attack the shinobis. As Kushina was fighting off the masked person once again, but the Hayaton was far, you can say, stronger than Kushina previously thought, and this time the shinobi easily froze whole area, even the, you can say, oxygen as well as the water droplets within the atmosphere were froze and started to turn like, you can say, spikes of water and ice and started to attack them. While on the other hand, Menma and Mito were trying to access the 9th chakra, though Kushina in this time taught them that they should use the other jutsus like the flying Raijin, Rasengan, and those type things. Not only rely on 9th chakra, though Mito only scoffed at that, thinking that her mother is trying to stop her from using the power which they were granted, the power which grant them the title of the child of prophecy, because you can say Jiraiya told them that it is because of this power they are the child of prophecy and they should have to use it. And that was their mindset, ignoring all of their abilities and only relying on the 9th chakra. Though Kushina did not have time to, you can say, correct them on those things. They only used the Rasengan or the 9th chakra to get stronger and feel and like the feeling of getting stronger and those type of things. While on the other hand, Menma and Mito were fighting off the ice clones, which somehow were able to gather the strongest dome of ice and you can say trap both Menma and Mito, who both had one tail behind them, though they were trying to access more chakra, but the sandbones as well as all the ice was not helping so much. While on the other hand, Kushina was fighting off this guy, and Kakashi was fighting off the new person named by the name of Ryu. And this guy, sorry, Raymond, as this guy was known as the Storm of Kumo, pretty strong of a shinobi, so he was easily keeping up with Kakashi as Kakashi was creating his state and said, damn it is only because of my short chakra. As Kakashi was easily able to keep up with him, but it is because of his short chakra. He was not able to keep up that much as he was running low on chakra as he said, damn it, I should have listened to Naruto and trained even more. But damn, he's more expensive than an Ironic mission, as he thought in his mind as he dodged one another swipe which was about to cut his head off, while on the other hand Kushina was trying her best to fight off against this guy, and then suddenly the whole area started to get, you can say, feel a presence, and it started to shake violently as everyone's eyes widened, while on the other hand Mito and Menma were distracted by this presence, and which instantly made them somehow jealous. But that was the moment when several Senmon stuck to their body and to their neck, and both of them got knocked out, while on the other hand Sasuke was trying to destroy the eyes from the outside from the fireball jutsu or some other jutsus. Though another clone, you can say ice clone, was easily keeping up and distracting Kakashi, and Sakura being useless and all. As while on the other hand, Sai was also knocked out already because Raymond as well as this mask guy did not take any chances whatsoever knocking the kid out. Not wanted their, you can say, target to fly off on a bird made up of ink. As then Kushina was sent flying from a kick enhanced by the chakra as she slammed into the another wall that was beside her, made up of, you can say, pure ice. As she was huffing and puffing already, this shinobi was definitely an S rank shinobi, and it is no older than 1 or 2 years old than Menma Mito. As she gritted her teeth, how could these people get this strong? It is only because she has neglected her training, wanted to train Menma Mito all of this time. She has gotten weaker as she gritted her teeth, ready to shoot her chains toward the shinobi, but then all of them felt the presence, and then finally there was a crash within the middle between Kushina, the masked shinobi, and Ramen, and who has just kicked away Kakashi like nothing, because Kakashi was running low on chakra pretty well. As Naruto said, well, it seemed that I finally made it. As he looked towards them, as Kakashi sighed and said, well, it seemed that you finally made it. But before he could complete his sentence, as he sighed and said, Naruto-san, as Naruto simply nodded, as he looked towards Ramen, and then towards this masked guy, as he smirked on that. Then he looked towards Ramen and said, so you lost to him, huh? By pointing towards Kakashi. Kakashi, it is only because the low chakra reserves you have. I only offered you. You could have enhanced your chakra 2 times at least. As Kakashi sighed, but you are way too expensive, you know. As Naruto simply shrugged it off. There is always a price in the shinobi world, you know. As he looked towards the ramen and said, maybe I should finish the distraction before I could go to the meal. As Ramen said, who are you, brat? As Naruto only smirked at that and said, you can call me Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Senju. As Ramen laughed and said, well, quite a long name you have, but don't worry, I will collect your bounty after I hand you over to Sound or even Stone Shinobi. They would like to rip you apart, Namikaze. As Naruto only smirked, you're free to try. As Ramen dashed towards him and said, alright, now I shall have your head. As he swung his sword towards Naruto's neck, who was pretty much calm. As Kushina said, Naruto! As she saw the sword so near to her son's neck, but to everyone's shock, as the sword simply shattered into pieces by making contact with Naruto's neck. As Naruto said, sorry, did you try to do something? As Ramen eyes widened, he was channeling lightning chakra into it. It should not have happened in the first place. As Naruto only smirked and said, you bored me. As he pointed a single finger towards him. As he said, alright, lightning strike. As then suddenly the whole area started to get denser and denser as then Ramen said, what did you do? pointing some finger towards me. It will not do. But before he could complete his sentence, a seal formed on his body, and then Remina's warden, when the lightning of thousands of volts started to run through his body, and then he let out a scream of pure pain and agony, as then he burst into, you can say, nothingness, but you can say dust and all flew into the air as Kakashi gulped at that, remembering that when Naruto put a small seal on it, and it only shocked him when he got knocked out. Though this could be the full effect, or who knows, it could be nothing compared to his full power. As then Naruto looked towards the other masked guy as he said, it's been a while, Haku. As the masked guy eyes widened as he said, how do you know that name? With a demonic voice as Naruto smirked, well, that's a long story. As he looked back towards his mother and said, well, you should take care of Menma and Mito. Who knows, they could be bleeding pretty bad. As Kushina's eyes widened as she said, Menma, Mito, as she ran back, and knowing that Kakashi was there with her son, and pretty shocked when Naruto simply disintegrated a Asrank shinobi in front of her eyes. As then Naruto looked towards him and said, well, it's been a while, wouldn't you agree? As Haku gritted his teeth, who are you? As Naruto said, last time I fought you, you were with Zabuza. Though, it's too bad, I had to kill him. He was way too annoying. As Haku's eyes widened, and then suddenly anger and bloodlust started to fill the area. As Naruto smirked, it seemed that you took my advice seriously and started to train pretty hard. Though I could easily see that you are an S-rank shinobi. As Haku grabbed his mask and break it, and behind him was a face of a girl, but not a girl actually, but a boy. As Haku gritted his teeth, you're the mask, Ambu. Aren't you not? As Naruto smirked at that, one and only, the Demon Lord. As no one heard him except Kakashi and Haku, who already had an idea. As he gritted his teeth, you killed Lord Zabuza right in front of my eyes and killed him mercilessly. As Naruto said, for someone who was calling himself a demon and being so weak and pathetic, I only showed him his true place among the demons and all. As Haku gritted his teeth and said, from that day, I was training day and night, mastering my bloodline, only one purpose in mind, that is to kill you. As now, it is your time, Demon Lord. As he unsheathed the sword of the executioner. As Naruto smirked, feel free. As Haku vanished within a blinding speed, as Kakashi's eyes widened, his Sharingan was barely able to keep up with the speed. As the Haku swung his sword towards Naruto's chest, ready to cut him in half, but Naruto simply shrugged it off, and then he backhanded the sword. As Haku's eyes widened, he was channeling chakra into the sword, but it shattered into pieces. As Haku's eyes widened, as he gritted his teeth in pure anger, as he said, how dare you, that was the last thing I had from Lord Zabuza. As Naruto smirked, well, too bad, for a dead man, nothing comes from him. As Haku gritted his teeth, now you're going to pay, as he slammed his hand to the ground, and then ice spikes started to come, as Naruto raised an eyebrow, and then he blinked, and then suddenly a shockwave was formed, and then all the ice spikes simply turned into nothingness, broke into several pieces as Haku quickly go through hand sign, Ice style, Ice Dragon, as then triple-headed dragon formed from the ice all around the area, as then all the Ice Dragon rushed towards Naruto, only smirk at that as he slammed his hand together, Fast style, Fire, Phoenix, as they released a phoenix that made up of pure fire, as he engulfed both of these attacks slammed together, and there was a big boom. As Haku made some distance, quickly going through hand sign and said, oh what, this is only the Chuso I made only for you, Uzumaki. As Haku quickly started to go through hand sign, as Naruto raised an eyebrow, pretty interested in this technique, and then suddenly whole area started to get a feel, you can say started to get even colder and colder, as Haku pointed hand towards Naruto, and then a dome started to form all around Naruto as the temperature started to go even lower and lower, as Naruto raised an eyebrow at that, as all the area started to get froze, even the air started to get freeze, as Haku said, you will remain there for all eternity, you will froze into nothingness, as everything started to get cold. You can say ice started to form all around Naruto, who raised an eyebrow at that, as Kakashi said, Naruto, at the dome, a crystal was formed all around Naruto, as Haku was huffing and puffing, that took almost more than half of his chakra, but it could seal away It was like a ceiling jutsu as several steels started to appear all around the ice crystal as Kakashi slammed his Chidori into it, but nothing happened, not even a scratch as his eyes widened as Naruto was sealed inside of it. As Haku was smirking, Lord Zabuza, I have finally taken your revenge. But then suddenly, whole crystal started to glow rapidly as it was glowing with reddish, you can say, shade. As then Haku's eyes widened as all the seals started to glow. As Haku said, no, it cannot be. As then, boom! As whole crystal shattered into pieces as all around Naruto was reddish and blackish aura. As Naruto only smirked, you impresses me, Haku. To be honest, it's been a while since someone was able to catch me off guard like that. Your technique was pretty interesting, to be honest. You could have easily defeated Kushina or even Kakashi combined, though your hard work is pretty, you can say, worth praising. But it is only time. It's about time that I will end your life. I can already see that you have no purpose. The only purpose you have is to kill me. But even all the struggle you had great potential. But still, in the end of the day, you are nothing. So I will give you a worthy death from a C rank jutsu which I created. Though don't worry, I will only load it down. But still, a C rank spell. Though it will kill you. But about the death. As then Haku gritted his teeth, you think that it's over, huh? As he was huffing and puffing all around, as Kakashi said, Naruto, what are you going to do? Already knowing this spells Naruto talk about, an E-rank spell can obliterate, you can say, half of the country. As Naruto said, don't worry Kakashi, nothing will happen here. I will load it down. But still, a C rank category, you can say that. As then, he pointed a single hand towards the sky. As Haku said, you think that you can take me down like that? No, I will avenge Lord Zabuza. As then suddenly everyone felt as the sky almost, you can say, all the clouds started to get separated as Haku's eyes widened at that. What was coming was a meteor. Not only any meteor, it has reddish fire all around it. As Haku said, what? As even Kakashi's eyes widened at that, while on the other hand, Kushina was also watching this in utter shock. As then the meteor started to move even faster and faster towards Haku's place as his eyes widened as it slammed into Haku directly, blowing off a major section of the bridge like nothing. As then Naruto, as Haku only had a sad smile on his face. Well, Lord Zabuza, I finally became a demon just like you. And it seemed that we will meet in hell, huh? As then the meteor slammed into the Haku as well as into the bridge as there was a big boom. But in the nick of time, Naruto was able to make the size of meteors a lot smaller, though it only consumed, you can say, Haku as well as the river underneath, and a barrier formed protecting some of the part as well as the village all around. Otherwise, it would have been destroyed by the power of the meteor, and you guys already know. As Naruto simply shrugged it off, as Kakashi said, Naruto, as he could only say only word sensei, as boom, as finally Haku was dead. But Gato still arrived, and I want to end this part. So Naruto only smiled at that after the grand speech of Gato that how he's going to take the ladies with him and kill all the brats here. As Naruto pointed a single hand towards him and then said, people like to speak out a lot of fire, so let me try it. As he quickly go to hand side fast style, great fireball Chusu, and then Kakashi's utter horror, you can say, a black fireball made up of a monstrous flame rushed towards all the bandits as Gato only could scream in pure pain and agony as all the villagers saw, though they could already see, you can say, a major section of the, you can say, behind of the island along with the bridge was destroyed, but still Gato was purely burning in black flames and its scream bring joy to the people. And finally Gato was dead. And here I will leave this part. Hope you guys like this part, and for the next part, the like goal, you guys already know it is going to be 200 likes and 180 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as quick as possible. So yeah guys, without any further ado, we shall meet later on. So yeah, peace.